we have a hyperbola with foci or foci negative 4, 0, 4, 0, and an asymptote of y equals negative 1. Well, this means that your asymptote is also plus or minus x. And that's really an important thing right here. It would be very hard to find this if we didn't know that oh no, that's not true. We could certainly do this even if it wasn't that, but the fact that it's plus or minus 1 means that a and b equal each other. So it's a square. It's a square. If we're graphing our hyperbola, it's going to be a square like that. So this distance and that distance are the same. And that's important because we know the focal radius is 4, so that's usually books call that c, and we know that a and b equal each other, so we can just write a squared plus a squared equals c squared, which means 2a squared equals 16, which means a squared equals 8, which means a equals the square root of 8. So does b. A and b are equal to each other. They're the square root of 8. So now my equation, my formula, and we can also see that it's centered at 0, 0, because they told you the two foci or foci. So your equation, and now the other question is, which way is the graph going to go? And if they didn't give you any more information, you can't necessarily assume, oh no, I'm sorry, we can assume this, my fault. It's at negative 4, 0, so you know your graph is going this way. So since it's parallel to the x-axis, the x is your positive number. So you're going to write x squared over the square root of 8 squared, which is 8, minus y squared all over the square root of 8, which is 8, equals 1. Which makes you probably think, well, shoot, couldn't I just write x squared minus y squared equals 8? You kind of could, but that's not the form. That's not the standard form. That makes it look like a circle. It's really not a circle. It's got a square. Oh no, I don't even know what to call that box. I call it a box, asymptote box. It's got a square, but it's not actually a circle. So you don't usually write it like this. You write it like that.
Okay.
And you're done.